Bonjour mes amis. Today we'll be making another sassy take on an Italian pasta dish. I call it pasta al yuzu, which is based off of the pasta al limon from Bon Appetit's test kitchen. And of course, to do this right, we're using bronze die-cut pasta for the texture and real Parmigiano Reggiano. In the place of lemon juice, we'll be using yuzu juice. And for a hit of heat and vibrance, we're going to be using some Yuzu Kosho at the base of the nest. And yes, we're using lemon because I can't find fresh yuzu to save my life. Using a lateral cutting motion, I'm going to peel off that rind and then take out some of the pith until I feel like my finger's safety is at jeopardy. Trim that and then cut it in half, and nice julienne will be a beautiful topping for our pasta at the end. 2 cloves of garlic are going to get finely diced in the flashiest way I know possible, known as the brunoise. Just like dicing an onion, you're cutting a grid pattern into the clove of garlic and then turning it to create a beautiful and even dice. Now we're going to set this aside and get our water boiling for our pasta using an electric kettle that shaves some time off the clock. We're going to be adding that to a normal fry pan, which does one primary thing, and it is lower the amount of water needed to cook the pasta, which also increases the starch content per volume. While that's happening over medium heat, the sauce game begins. We'll be adding 3/4 of a cup of milk 2.0 along with our lemon zest and garlic, which will be cooking out for a couple minutes. After you feel like the raw edge of the garlic is probably out of there, we're going to emulsify 6 tablespoons of butter, only adding the next cube once the previous is melted like I do whenever you look at me. Tell by me struggling to pinpoint these cubes of butter that I hate the sound of just the whisk on the pan. Now that that is fully incorporated, we're going to add our our Parmigiano for the seasoning. We're going to stir that in to combine and cook it down a bit longer. As it's looking pretty thick here, I know to turn off the heat and then add a little more Parmigiano after tasting it. Again, I'm not really using salt just because there's enough salt content in this cheese, and we want more cheese if we can, so there's more cheese. After it's nice and thick like this and you see that it's holding its shape, we're going to add our yuzu juice. Your pasta should be just under al dente now, which is perfect. So now we're just going to reserve some of the pasta water, which because of its now intense starch content will help to stabilize the emulsion. Now to bring it all together, we're going to add our pasta to the pan and stir it. Regulate the thickness of this sauce with our starchy pasta water and potentially some yuzu juice if you think it needs it. You'll know it's ready when you start to get all misty-eyed. Oh yeah, it's definitely ready. And now you're ready to plate up. Again, with Yuzu Kosho on the bottom, we're going to be adding a huge hit of brightness that I think this needs and is very welcomed in this dish. It balances everything out, and to create a nice nest, we're going to let the strands fall onto the plate as we spin it. Oh god. After that's nicely nestled in there, using Nori Flakes instead of parsley because I'm trying to stimulate your local Asian market economy. And to validate flexing your knife skills, we're going to garnish with that lemon rind, Julienned, that I mentioned earlier. And behold, pasta al yuzu. Now, if your dinner guest isn't sufficiently hot and or bothered, you might want to find someone else, my dude. But this creamy, zesty, bright pasta slaps. And when I say it slaps, I mean it slaps. Granted, that was my first reaction before mixing.
Now we mix.
And here's my genuine reaction to the Yuzu Kosho.
You thought the first bite was good. Just wait.
Now we're going to dance that off and then finish this off camera where you can't see my tears of joy. As always, remember to do your damn dishes, and if there's anything you want to see me cook, go tell me in the comments. If you made it this far, I hope you consider hitting the like button and subscribing if you're new. Thanks guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.